What's going on? What's going on, guys? I am out here in beautiful, stunning. Guess where? Guess where? Guess where? Sorry about the wind noise. I apologize. It's a beautiful day out here in Canada. As you can see, we're back on the mindset train. We're back on the mindset videos. If you've watched my videos before, then you remember these. I have some special guests. As you can see, I'm on a beach here in British Columbia, Canada. It's the middle of the summer. And I mean, look at that water. It is absolutely stunning. You'd think it's like a tropical place. You'd think it's like Bora Bora or something. I walked out on this beach and I thought to myself, this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if you can hear me right now, but I'm still gonna try making a video. She really wants to be in my video, as you can see. But since we're an entrepreneurship channel, well, we're gonna be talking about the easiest and fastest way to achieve success. Honestly, I really miss making these videos because this was my favorite. You know, I started this YouTube channel in 2017, and some of my favorite videos to make were just, you know, going to places like this and just like being in awe at nature and just being super present. That's a big one nowadays, being present. The cause of all human anxieties, and all human sadness and all human fear is living in the past and living in the future. That was Eckhart Tolle that said that. The Power of Now. You should read it. It's a good book. But more importantly on the list, of course, is how do you achieve success? You know, if you're a young guy, if you're a young girl, or not young, if you're 40, 50, don't get offended. You're still young. So I really miss making these videos, and I thought, you know, I just came out here with my friend, and, you know, we're just chilling on this beach, and I thought to myself, wow, I mean, if this isn't freedom, what is? What is? Right? And in today's society, look at those people. I'm gonna buy one of those things. Wait, I can't. Right there. That is sick. Look at that. I mean, those people are having like the best time on the planet. That is beautiful. But it costs money to buy one of those things, and it costs money to have, you know, the time, the freedom to be able to come here whenever you want, you know, and everybody's working, to not have to be always bound. You know, most people, they dream of coming to places like this. And unfortunately, that's gonna be most people still, because most people, they will not learn the secrets to achieve wealth and success and freedom. But you're watching this video. So what is step one? What is the easiest and fastest way to achieve success? Because I know that there's gonna be some of you down there in the comments that are gonna be like, clickbait video. You're just talking. Tide's coming in. Let it back out. I love those ones. I mostly get positive comments, but I love my my negative comments too, because they make you laugh and they make you think. You know, sometimes they're constructive. But since I've achieved what society would call success, financial success, and I call myself successful. I mean, look at me, I'm here. I'm alive, I'm healthy. I'd say this is winning. You know, life's pretty good. And so I am, able to share that what I learned in life through my ups and the downs. There have definitely been huge ups and very, very deep downs. But what is an interesting life without the ups and without the downs, right? So step number one, with the internet, you can do anything. We live in a world today where, you know, we still have free access to the internet, like free as in like, you know, you can kind of access the online web from anywhere. It's not necessarily free, obviously you have to pay for your internet, but you know what I mean. You know, it's not restricted. And there's tons of people out there, like myself, that talk about their success, that talk about, you know, their mentors, right? That's what I do. I'm a mentor. You know, I make videos like this. You know, I run businesses as well. I run a multi-million-dollar company, tech company. And so step number one is to find somebody that you vibe with. Okay, there's so many influencers out there, but you'll know, like your heart will know who you vibe with. So if you're watching this, hopefully you vibe with me. If not, that's cool too. You know, leave the video, go find someone else. You know, or you don't always have to follow just one person, right? Because you can learn something from everybody. So find somebody who is living the life that you see yourself living. Don't take advice from somebody that is not living a life that you would trade places with. That's really dumb. So find somebody. That's step number one. And you know, there's many people out there that are legit, that are sharing, what made them successful. You know, maybe they have a program, a course, a mentorship. Those are useful. They're much more useful than, you know, paying tons of money for expensive college degrees, as we know. I mean, you know, This whole topic has already been talked about tons of times. And obviously I'm talking about online business because, you know, everybody, I mean, what better way is there to be location independent, you know, to be able to work remote and to be able to make money from anywhere and go to places like this whenever you want, than to have an online business. And there's a few, and I made this video called How to Get Rich, clickbait title, but you gotta clickbait it, you know, so people will click on it, right? So people click on it and then they'll actually, you know, get the content. Or else if I titled it some less clickbaity thing, nobody would click on it. That's YouTube, right? But in that video, I listed the 4 best online businesses to start. I'm gonna be making videos on all of those because I have made, you know, great money, millions of dollars with all of them except the agency business model. And I'm sure I'm gonna do some type of an agency at a certain point. So to cut it short, right now the best 4 online businesses are number 1, e-commerce, still Amazon, Shopify. It's still an amazing way to, you know, get started and, you know, you find a product, create a brand and get it going. And, you know, there's obviously tips and stuff to it, technique to it, but, you know, there's obviously a right way of doing it. And like I said, there's people like myself that are, you know, showing that are teaching it, like IDCom Freedom. That's my tech company. We have, you know, thousands of members that have learned tons of success stories, as you can see on the screen. There's people posting recent success stories. We actually reward people for posting success in our Facebook group. You know, I'm like, yeah, why not? You know, give a little bit of a reward. Basically, everybody who achieves success and makes over $2,000 in a period of 30, 60 days with their e-commerce business gets $150. You know, it's like a small reward. And so we've had tons of people posting, because sometimes people, they don't like to share their success because they don't want to get like spammed by people and stuff, you know. I'm never one of those people, you know. Honestly, if I achieved success, which I did, and I started sharing it on YouTube, you know, exactly for this person, because I'm a kind of person where it's like, if I figure out a way in life, a certain way, then I want to share it, you know, and that's like real happiness for me. It's real fulfillment. So pick a person that you like who is teaching an online business that you vibe with. So whether it's Amazon FBA, Shopify e-commerce, not too late. Don't listen to that, that's just negativity. Whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's starting a course or being a coach or like becoming an influencer, starting an agency, those are the best 4. Number 2, you want to feed your mind with positivity. So stop watching the news, you know, stop listening to negative people. You have to start filtering what you let into your mind and what you let enter your life. So the best way of doing that is to start reading self-help books. I know it sounds cliche, but that's honestly what made me rich. It's what made me successful. There's going to be a little list I'm going to put down below of great books to start with. Buy them, don't be cheap, don't go to the library, just buy them. Just buy them. Of course, if you're like very, very broke for money right now and you have a library, then use that resource. Most people just don't take it seriously, okay? Most people's attention span today is being destroyed by TikTok. It's not good for you if you want to be rich or successful or free, because you need an attention span. You need to be able to focus. So start feeding your mind with positivity, you know, with amazing books written by people that have achieved the success that you want to achieve in your life. You know, watch videos like this one, inspirational, positive, uplifting videos. You know, that's going to be a great thing, because your life is a product of what you let into your mind and the thoughts that you entertain all day long. And after you found a person online or a few people, you know, really study their lives, figure out how they became successful, what they're offering, you know, whether it's course or mentorship, whatever. You know, many people, I mean, this is what I did. I paid $500, $1,000 to buy courses at the time, like 6-7 years ago, for Amazon that made me like 100,000x return, I guess. Maybe the math is wrong, 10,000x, something like that, but a huge return. Because the best education, the best investment that you can make is in yourself, not in a stock, not in crypto, not in any of that. Next, once you've found what you want to do or what you want to start with, okay, you don't have to like, you know, it doesn't have to be the thing that makes you successful. What's important is just starting. Don't, you know, be scatterbrained. You know, if you have ADD, there's ways to fix that, which I'm going to talk about on my YouTube. I'm going to talk about mental health because I know a lot about it now, I'd say, through my own experiences. Pick a person, you know, watch their videos, get in their mentorship, you know, especially if they have a high success rate like ours, like IDCom Freedom, right? And I'm saying that because we do. Pretty much, you know, we've always gotten people results. Tons of people have built successful Shopify and Amazon businesses through us. If you're interested, by the way, the link is down below, but the video is not for that. It's not for me to get you guys into that. Next step, once you've started to feed your mind and your soul with like positive, uplifting things and with, you know, that mindset of success, because that's how you're gonna, honestly, that's how you're gonna get rich. It's gonna be that mindset, right? The difference between you today and where you wanna go is honestly mindset. And once you change that mindset and you start to think like rich people do and successful people and free people, you're never going to go back to being poor. And even if you do, it's going to be very temporary. You're always going to make the money back. Money's going to be drawn to you like a magnet. The next step, once you found a person online or you've gotten into a course that has a high success rate or a mentorship, you set a vision. Okay, so on a piece of paper, think about where you want to be in 2 years. Okay, really, no limits. Okay, no limits. No matter how crazy it sounds, write it down. And I always say, and I always used to say this, and I still do because I'm still making these videos and I love it. Just write on a piece of paper a vision, like really, think about where you see yourself if you could have anything in the world. If you had imagine the Christmas list for Santa, you could have anything. Write that as a vision. So for example, the first thing would be an income goal. Okay, so no matter how much money you're making right now, I always say the freedom number, first goal to aim for is $10,000 a month, and that's in profit. Okay, so for example, in an e-commerce business, obviously margins are, typically 30%. So it can be higher. When you're starting out, it's a little bit lower, but it catches up quick if you're doing it right and you follow the right information. But like 10,000 a month, okay? So that's profit. So whatever you're gonna do, whether that's e-commerce, Amazon, Shopify, or becoming a coach or affiliate marketing, 10,000 a month is the freedom number. When you're making 10,000 a month, you don't have to answer to anybody, and you have that freedom. You're no longer in survival mode. You're no longer in this how do I pay my bills? How do I buy groceries and gas, the price of gas, right? Like people that bitch about the price of gas, like those people are in survival mode. Okay, and that's most people. So you don't want to be that way. So income goal, 10,000 a month. Okay, and in your vision you put, I'm so happy and grateful that I'm making $10,000 a month in profit from my online business. Okay, you don't have to say exactly which one, because the universe will give you. It will show you the how. You don't need to know the how right now. It's basic manifestation, law of attraction. And right what you want to be doing, like really visualize, like whether you want to be hanging out on a beach like this, with this super turquoise water, or you want to be like traveling to like Bora Bora, which looks just like this. Why go to Bora Bora? You can just go to Canada, right? No, but you get what I'm saying. So think about all of those lovely and beautiful experiences that you would be able to do if life had no limits, because you could do them. You'd be shocked how fast life can change. And life will change very, very fast. It actually takes about 18 months to go from like a really, from point A to a completely different place in your life. So if I think about my success when I started, I was broke and kind of lost and everything. It took me 18 months from when I was 20 years old, 20 and a half years old to like 22. And 22, I was already like killing it. I already had like $1 million business. I was doing well. And I know you might be like, oh, but that's just you, Dan. You're special and you're talented. Hey, you're talented too. You just got to find your path. You got to find your door. You got to find your door in life. Walk through your door. Don't walk through my door. Walk through your door. Start with, those online businesses I said, and then find your door. You'll find it as long as you keep looking. If you search, you will find. So in your vision, you're going to write out your income goal, where you see yourself living, what you're doing. Really think about the vacations you're going to take or places you want to travel, whether that's Bali, Canada, the Caribbean, really think about that. Write all that down. The car you want to be driving, even if it's a Lambo, put a Lambo. I know everybody loves Lamborghinis. I don't. I prefer more chill cars like Audi, but that's just my preference. You can have whatever you want. Write out the things that you would be able to do with that new income goal, okay? And then once you have your vision on a piece of paper, then you're going to write out goals based on that. You're going to write those goals every single morning. I know it's tedious, but you're actually going to love it. Put on some good music in the morning, get a cup of coffee and write those goals. You're going to feel great for the rest of the day. If you do that every single day, I promise you're going to reach everything. I promise. It's just how the world works, okay? It's just how the universe works. Next step, every single hour throughout the day, after you've written your goals and you're, working, doing your thing, even if you're working a job you hate, or there's like things happening in life where like, this is not my vision right now, obviously, but like, it's a necessary evil for now. Tell yourself it's temporary, because you're on your way to where you're gonna go. And ask yourself every single hour of the day, what can I do to move myself forward towards my income goal, towards freedom? But you also don't wanna obsess. You don't wanna like be this like, hustle. Yeah, let's go, wake up at 4 a.m, go to sleep at like 10 p.m., go to sleep at 9, Gary Vee, sell baseball cards. You don't wanna do that shit, okay? It's stupid. There's a great book called The One Thing by Gary Keller. It was written by a billionaire real estate guy, and Gary Keller. And he said that essentially there's only like one big thing that if you did that day, one or two big things, you would basically be able to achieve anything you want, any success that you want in your work or career. So think about what are the top 2 or 3 things, I'd say 3 things that you should do that day that will move you forward towards your goal, okay? Once you did those things, And don't plan. I wouldn't recommend planning out your day by time. Like that never worked for me. Like the 9 a.m. I'm gonna wake up at 5, and then I'm gonna like have my breakfast at 6, and then this. Like that never worked for me. Don't do that shit. Get your top 2 or 3 things done that day, and then don't obsess. That's it. Because you cannot always be in work mode. You're gonna burn out, even if you reach success. What's the point of reaching success if you're not gonna be able to have the energy or health to enjoy it? I record videos in places like this because I mean, this is so much better than any luxury thing that I can show. This is real life right here, right? This is it. This is it. The best part is it's free, but you need that freedom to be able to enjoy it, right? Which obviously you need money for. $10,000 a month, the freedom number. Remember that. So do those top 3 things, then unplug, chill, relax, enjoy your life and be present, because the cause of all human suffering is living in the present and living in the future. That was a pivotal, concept that was pioneered, I guess, by Eckhart Tolle, the author of The Power of Now. And he literally raised the level of human consciousness with that, right? Highly recommend that book. Just enjoy the now. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the past. You have to have a level of detachment from the future and the past, and you have to be in the now. So obviously, if you're if you have a very busy brain, and there's ways to help with that other than meditation, which I'll make videos on as well. Like I said, I'm very passionate about mental health. You can meditate. You can even go out into nature, like even just leaving the city, going out into nature and just like breathing this amazing air and seeing the water. That's gonna like do some good for your brain. It's gonna really calm you down, release those, the dopamine, the serotonin. There is nothing guaranteed in life. Remember that, nothing's guaranteed. Someone can work their whole life and then walk outside and get hit by a bus. It sounds cliche, but it's true. So just be present, enjoy every single moment, and don't postpone enjoyment. But also don't be lazy, okay? There's a fine balance. And that's it. And limit things that take away from your attention span and distract you. So nowadays, there's so many distracting, social media apps like TikTok and stuff. And there's a lot of value on TikTok. Like I'm gonna make TikToks, I'm gonna make, Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. How can you not? When that's a way to reach young people, my target audience. But, doing that a bit, like 1 hour before bed on TikTok, fine, that's fine. Like don't, enjoy your life. But if you're sitting on that all day, I mean, first of all, it's an indicator that you need to change things in your life. And second of all, just watch your attention span. That's why reading books is really going to help you out. Because reading books is going to lengthen. It's going to fight that YouTube short goldfish attention span or TikTok attention span. So anyway, that was all for today's video. Very happy to be out here. Expect a lot more mindset stuff. Leave me a comment. Tell me if you like these mindset videos out in beautiful nature. There's a lot more coming. I'm just getting started. I'd say honestly that everything that I've done so far has been kindergarten. I've helped a lot of people, but I've lived through some things, so now I can help a lot more. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed. Be free. Your best friend, Danny, out.